Hello, everybody. I thought we'd take a few minutes first to welcome you back to my channel and to hope that you guys are having a great day and everything out. So we're sitting outside today, and I want to talk to you about shadow work. A lot of people, I've been asked so many times, a lot of people will ask me, what is shadow work? Why do we need to do shadow work? And some people have this misconception that it's about demons or darkness, and etc. It is somewhat about darkness. It's about our darker side, about things that we've done in the past, um, things that we haven't resolved, that we've just pushed deep down inside of us and haven't taken care of, that keeps resurfacing. For example, if you drank or if you did drugs, if you had an eating disorder, if you were abused, that kind of thing. You know, feelings, boyfriends, relationships. I apologize, the jets are flying over. So shadow work is essentially fixing that, resolving those problems so that you no longer have to deal with them, and you learn how to face the emotions when they resurface. So when doing shadow work, we just focus on the good sides of life, and you know what makes us happy, what's easy. We tend to push everything down so we don't have to face the darkness and the pain. But the truth is, we have to. If we don't, it affects our life. It can cause you to be angry for no apparent reason, or you don't know why. When it resurfaces, you'll be either angry. It can cause jealousy, relationship problems, even problems with the way we work, the way we sleep, how we eat, you know, and that kind of thing. So a lot of us, we think like, maybe I don't want to face the dark part of me. Maybe I don't want to relive that part of something that happened to me. I get that, I do. But in order for you to move past it and be able to deal with it when it resurfaces, you have to do that shadow work and release that no longer serves you. And you have to heal and confront it with love and compassion and respect and forgiveness in order for it to go away. So, for example, this is something that happened to me, and I struggled with it on how to release it and to heal from that, okay? So, females with relationship problems, it's either traumatic or it's from a father abandonment type thing. And my dad was never part of my life. He was always gone. He always made excuses. He said I wasn't his. He never wanted to be a part of my life. So I always had an issue with relationships with men. If I didn't receive the kind of compassion and love that I thought I was supposed to, that relationship didn't last. And that was from the trauma of my father. So I had to deal with that, and I had to let it go in order for me to no longer have those types of problems in relationships and communication. So that is why shadow work is important, okay? So when you confront your shadow, the pain and the suffering we see in this world around us is often mirrored by our internal pain and suffering. So we all have these aspects within us in one way or another. So let's say, okay, for example, let's say, for example, the road you take to work each day is littered, right? Okay, so you can either take an action to work with your town to face that issue, to inform people not to litter and keep it clean, to enforce the solution, or you can continue to be upset with the issue and allow it to get worse and fester until you end up becoming angry over something that really doesn't have any effect or impact, or you could care less about, you know, at any other time. So the same goes for our internal dialogue. Okay, So our minds and emotions become polluted, and then we may not be able to think clearly. So we're going to take this pollution, negative talk, and stuff that happens, and it transpires or transitions into our everyday life, but different situations, and how that affects this situation that it has nothing to even do with. Does that make sense? Okay, so if we clean all of this up, so if we do an internal cleanup, as well as a rewiring of our internal dialogue, just like the situation with the road, things change. Our life changes. So from going from negative thought to positive thought, things change. You start looking at things differently. So it's like facing an assignment that you have to do for school, or a conversation you really don't want to have, but you have to have it. It's kind of like that. If you don't face it, then it's not resolved, and the issue just continues to come back. So it is only the facing of our difficulties that true change can be made, okay? And the hope of peace can prevail. So it's only by facing these problems can we resolve these problems and then move forward. So we can start to work with the shadow side of ourselves to create positive change in our lives. And by doing that, we just do a self-examination of things that have happened in our life, things maybe that have caused trauma, and we sit down and we just work on that. So it's very, very deep, and it's very emotional, and sometimes it can even cause crying, type of like a hermit life where you just want to seclude yourself from people. You don't want to do much of anything. You just don't understand why, and it's really hard work, but it's important. Okay, so by doing this, it can help you to improve relationships through understanding yourself, and by accepting others. It will help to increase energy and improve immune systems. It will help you to sleep better. It will help improve the way you eat, overhaul, enhance the state of well-being and mood that you have. You won't be so easy to snap. You won't be so easy to get irritated or be jealous or second guess what you're doing or what the other person is telling you or doing. You'll have better communication with others, the ability to set up boundaries in your life, which are very important, and the cease of self-destruction. That cycle will stop. So once you are able to sit down and devote time to inner healing by doing this shadow work, you're really benefiting yourself, and you will start to see things change. You'll start to feel different. Your relationships will change. The way you communicate will change. Like I said, overall, you just become a better person. So at the same time as doing shadow work, you're also helping to heal karmic debt. We all bring it with us, okay? And by fixing this karmic debt, you're not going to take it with you when you reincarnate into another life, and throughout the rest of your life here on earth. Anything that would have continued to happen because of that will not happen. Does that make sense? Okay, so there are a variety of techniques that you can do for this to help you along this way. By writing, by journaling, meditation, writing a letter to that situation, completely, fully expressing your feelings in this letter, and then you go outside under the moon, you light it and you let it burn, and you release it back to the universe. Okay, you are relinquishing all of that debt, all of that pain, all of that suffering with forgiveness and love, and you're sending it back to the universe. Journaling and meditation are really good, but forgiveness is really good too. Just remember, one of the most important things to remember when engaging with shadow work is to be compassionate with yourself, okay? Be forgiving of yourself. Be very compassionate, and be very patient, because it doesn't heal overnight for everybody, okay? Not all the answers may come right away. So whenever you're at the process, whenever you're working on it, just allow yourself to accept all parts of yourself. That includes the shadow. And with forgiveness, okay, that I just can't stress this enough. Be compassionate, forgiving, and loving and patient with yourself. The transmutation of emotional pain is very hard and discomfort, and with conscious awareness in the process of the healing, it helps you and allows you to release but also transform, okay? When you do the transitioning, and a really great time to start it and work on it is when the new moon comes. You just set the intention that this is what you're going to do. You are going to do your shadow work. You're going to face it. You're going to heal it. You're going to accept it. You're going to forgive it. And you're going to release it back with love. And that would be the start of your new you, because that's what it is. The shadow work is forgiveness and letting go. The new moon is where you start the new you in working on different aspects of your life. I know it sounds kind of redundant when someone's telling you shadow work, forgiveness, compassion, and love, and patience. But, you know, when you come into this world, when you incarnate into this world, you're pure. You remember things from your past life. You know everything. But society changes us. It changes the way we think, the way we do things, the way we behave, how we react. Okay? So it's up to us to reprogram ourselves once we start this spiritual awakening, healing our past traumas, and by doing that, releasing it and facing it, we're healing ourselves. And then once we heal ourselves, we allow our light to shine brighter so that we can help heal others. Now, the only way this world will change, the only way you're going to be happy, the only way you can allow yourself to grow is through forgiveness, through acceptance, through release, compassion, and love. So I hope this video kind of helps you with understanding why shadow work is so important. And again, through this process, call on your angels, call on your spirit guides, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask them to show you how to deal with it, and they will. They will. But most importantly, forgive yourself. Allow yourself to forgive and love yourself, because you are your biggest warrior. You are your biggest advocate. Okay? Your angels love you, your guides love you, your creator loves you. You have a great support team. You just got to allow them the chance to come in and help you. Okay? So take care with love and light, and I'll see you next time.